seam. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's the one that has 2 rows of stitching. So for this one, the seam allowance is slightly different. The seam allowance, the first stitch you're gonna do is 5/8 of an inch. And actually, it will be helpful to draw out the seam allowance on this one because the guides here don't have a 5/8 inch seam allowance. So, can you grab me my pencil and my ruler? I'm so sorry. It should be just hanging out. And for this one, you overlap the wrong sides of the muslin. So you're not facing the right sides, you're facing the wrong sides. Yeah, and the reason is because we're gonna fold it in and do another top stitch, and the right sides are gonna be the one that has the 2 rows of top stitch. So you'll see. Let's do our marking, our 5/8 seam allowance. I'm using this as a guide for me. Just very loosely. You don't have to use pencil, you can use chalk. Pencil, I just like it because it has a nice sharp point to work with. Alright, so the first stitch line, follow your line that you drew, which is 5/8. Do your back stitch. Stitch through. Back stitch, done. And then for this one, you're gonna need to trim with your scissors. You're gonna trim just one edge of it because what's gonna happen is you're gonna fold it into itself. So I'm just gonna use my tiny scissors. I don't recommend it. I would recommend using real scissors, but for this, I did not want to walk over to get. Maybe I should use my real scissors. My goodness.
You're almost there.
Halfway. And when you're doing seams that are the French seam and the flat filled, you might have to go back and forth to the iron, to the press. Press it open, fold this, and press this down, and then fold it again and press it so that you have a nice clean and flat surface to work with. So for you guys, the way you do it, you are going to be ironing it, but I'm not gonna iron it because I don't wanna walk over there. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this, pin it in place. I'm just gonna do a few pins.
Does it matter which side you cut to like fold over?
It doesn't matter. It could, yeah, it doesn't matter which side. But one side you're gonna cut down to be, what is it, 1/8 of an inch. And for me, I did it a little bit more. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna be concealed anyway. So as long as it's not sticking out and intruding in the fold line, and you can fold it over itself. Let me show you guys again. So this one will be cut down, one side of it will be cut down 1/8 of an inch. And then the side that is longer, you're gonna fold it onto the line, the stitch line. Then you're gonna fold it again to hide that stitch away. So now everything is concealed in there.
The side that you cut ends up determining which way it folds. Right?
Yep. So now all you have to do is do an edge stitch. An edge stitch is a stitch that is really, really close to the edge, approximately 1/16 away from the edge. So anytime you hear someone say an edge stitch, it really just means really close to the edge. And you're gonna do that on the fold, the part that's folding over. And for this stitch, you don't need to use the guideline. Just make sure that you are right along the edge. So you're gonna do your stitch, back stitch, and then go forward, And for this one, you have to be very careful because you don't want to go over that fold. You want to make sure you're stitching a straight line. I'm not going to stitch all the way through. I'm going to stop right here because I want you guys to be able to see how it looks like folded up. So I'm just going to stop here and do a back stitch. But for your assignment, you're going to do the entire thing.
And you can kind of look at the foot as a guide. So
Mhm.
instead of looking where the needle is going in the fabric, you can see where it lines up with the foot of the sewing machine.
Mm-hmm. So what she means by that is sometimes you'll kind of see like the edge of the foot. You can use that as your guideline too. So if you're stitching it this way, you can use like the inside edge here as your guide. I kind of just got used to it, so now I know like it's right there. But yeah, this is how it looks like. I'm not going to stitch all the way so that you can still see this sample and see that on the inside you're cutting one edge, you're tucking it in, and you're tucking it in. Cool. This is the flat felt seam. So now the front side, right, with the grain line, has the 2 rows of stitching. And the back side only has 1. So that's why we folded it with the wrong side facing each other. So I'll have you guys pass this around. Oh, you guys can pass this around too. It's a flat straight seam. All right, moving on